every time I make a video talking about Ripple XRP, I'm always insanely excited because there's always some very, very good and positive news. Today, we have some crazy positive news like you guys see right here. XRP settlement could be any day now. Now this, to be honest, is insanely legitimate, truly believable, and everything has kind of shown that this is a reality. At this point, guys, a settlement is inevitable. It is going to happen whether we like it or not. It's either a settlement or a win for Ripple, and we know how much the SEC will, no matter what happens, not give a win to Ripple. They'd rather go ahead and settle, and so this is why everybody has been saying all around the crypto community, and more specifically in the XRP community, have been consistently saying that Ripple is the one and that Ripple is going to settle with the SEC. That being said, guys, before we get more into the video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 12,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you guys could do your part by sharing this video, hitting that like button, and letting me know your thoughts down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. And let's get back to the video. Now this is a crazy thing, guys, because the Barrel Bull, somebody quite known in the XRP community, also went ahead and actually tweeted its settlement season. And of course, this was tweeted a day ago. This is actually earlier in the morning. Today it is currently past 12, which is why it's labeled as another day. But yeah, this shows you that everybody believes the same idea, that a settlement is very, very near. So get prepared, guys. Get excited. We are expecting XRP to hit $10 to $15 after completion of the lawsuit. So once it's signed and it's public, $10 to $15. You know how big this is? This means that what is currently priced at 50 cents, you're talking about a 33x. This is like mind-blowing. Imagine having a 33x on the money that you invested today. You'd probably take it. There's a saying that says if news comes out that Ripple will be able to settle the lawsuit, you are late. Now this is actually a tweet by Mackie Attack XRP, and it kind of summarizes what I'm trying to say here, that the settlement is going to happen whether we like it or not. The facts prove that a settlement is going to happen any day now. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be, in 3 days from now, but it's going to happen. And there's going to be more facts in the video that prove it's going to happen, including a very detailed article that is going to summarize as to why it's going to happen. But the point that is trying to be made here is do your research into XRP, because in the next couple of days, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's in the day after, once XRP hits its $10 to $15, then it's going to start compounding from there. It's not like, it's going to hit $10 and all of a sudden it's going to go back to 50 cents for you to buy. That's not how it's going to work. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is it's going to hit that $10 to $15. Then, a couple of weeks from there, and you're going to see more financial institutions announce that they've kind of started to invest in it, and they're going to have to buy into it, and it's going to, go to $20 and then $25 and then $100 and then $1,000 and then $10,000, and it's going to do this all within the span of a couple of years. So imagine the growth. It's going to be so quick at insanely high rates. I wouldn't be shocked if it's the fastest growing cryptocurrency in the entire crypto space. But that's XRP, guys. So do your research into it, guys. Look into the currency that is going to revolutionize the world, going to add crazy innovation to the world, and it's been proving out over the last couple of months. Now there is a tweet here, or in fact I'd like to call it an article, because there's multiple threads to this, which is by Bill, which says, people may say, why not engage in serious settlement discussions before releasing the William Hinman email documents to Ripple? ? Well, if I was Ripple's attorney at this stage, I would not participate in settlement discussions without their disclosure. There was a remaining evidence not disclosed. Now he continues by saying, after the filing of the objections to the SJ motion with their exhibits, when you settle, you need to give up something. If I was advising Ripple to give up something to settle, I would insist on seeing these documents before starting settlement talk. Ripple probably insisted on seeing them, and the SEC said okay, but only on a confidential basis. The timing of the handing over of the William Hinman speech document and the confidential basis in which they have been delivered all indicates serious settlement talks are imminent. I wouldn't be surprised if the SEC has reserved its right to appeal if settlement talks failed, as a condition for handing them over. Now this is very, very crucial to understand, because I've been repeating the same things over the past couple of weeks, because everything has kind of proved and shown that this is the direction that the SEC is taking, and the direction that Ripple kind of agrees to take with the SEC. The fact that in 1 week we've seen the William Hinman documents get handed over to Ripple. Ripple all of a sudden kind of start to talk a little less about the SEC. The SEC start to relax with paperwork. They weren't filing all the motions like they were. Everything calmed down. Then you hear the meeting about the SEC is just doing a closed meeting where they're discussing settlement talks. Guys, everything is happening in 1 week. Within the span of 1 week, all of this has occurred. And all of a sudden, you see them extra William Hinman documents. Here you go, Ripple. Something that they haven't given for over a year now. Ripple has been fighting after, Judge Torres and Judge Netburn consistently telling them, you have to give over the documents, and them completely ignoring it and getting away with it. On top of that, all of a sudden, one day, out of their pure choice, they just said, you know what, let's give you the documents, that's fine. It really gets you questioning what is going on. And to be honest, to me and to many others around the XRP community, a settlement is what's going on. Another key thing that I want to mention is this right here. So as you guys can tell, there are some advertisements that have been put up all over the place, to be honest. I've been seeing so many areas that have shown an image of Ripple's advertisements, whether it's on a staircase like this or it's on the airport security systems. They put them on there as well, put them on gates. Most places now you can see have the Ripple logo. And again, it's a means of advertising for Ripple. Now, if you look back at the start of the lawsuit, what you can tell is that Ripple went all of a sudden from doing a major offensive, a promotional offensive where they were in every possible location you can imagine. The lawsuit came into place. Everything was halted. All of the promotions were halted. They stopped putting out any new forms of advertising. They really stopped everything because to them, this lawsuit is a make or break for the company. If they lose the lawsuit, then it's done for. Really, if they win the lawsuit, then they're good to go once again. And this lawsuit is an expensive one, to be honest. It costed them, I think I was reading, over $100 million. In fact, I think what I recall is it said $250 million was already spent on this lawsuit by the Ripple team. So again, it's quite costly for Ripple, and what they were trying to do is they were trying to cut their expense from their promotional offensive by halting it completely, and then of course they focused on the lawsuit. And their plan was that once the lawsuit is over, they can go ahead and repeat the promotional offensive. And here it is, guys. Don't you guys see the promotional offensive that's going on? And yes, you may be saying, oh, the lawsuit's not done yet. But why would Ripple be originally, when the lawsuit happened, and even in the middle of the lawsuit, focused on the lawsuit entirely? They stopped promoting. You wouldn't see them anywhere, really. They cut their promotions, I'd say, by over 75%. Now all of a sudden, you're starting to see them spread like a wildfire. They are once again on every billboard. Every time you walk around, you see Ripple as a company's promotions. Don't you think that maybe that's because they're settling and they know that the lawsuit is over and they're not worried about the lawsuit anymore? So now they're trying to redirect the focus on putting the offensive that they had planned for after the lawsuit? Don't you think so? Like, think about it logically, guys. Logic. We've seen a tactic that the SEC has been using for a very long time now, which is the delay time, where they won't hand over the documents. They don't care what the judge says. Their goal is to delay and make Ripple lose as much money as possible while still holding them within the lawsuit, idea where they're getting sued. So any financial institution anywhere that would look at Ripple would automatically be frightened and would be in fear that maybe this company might get closed down because the SEC lawsuit. And now all of a sudden, guys, that Ripple, complete switch. They're not worried about the SEC anymore delaying. They're not worried about any financial institution getting frightened. They are pushing out the offensive. We've seen them in the last couple of weeks literally going to financial institutions and getting partnerships with them. You don't think that maybe they're doing this because they know the lawsuit's over, so they don't even care about the lawsuit anymore. They're not worried about the lawsuit. They know it's done. They know they've settled. And this is why we even had Brad Garlinghouse come out and say that there's going to be an answer by the beginning of 2023. You don't think that's probably because they already know that it's done for, that this lawsuit is over and that they've already settled? On top of that, guys, look at what the CTO of Ripple said a couple days ago. He said, Ripple CTO David Schwartz says, I feel more positive about Ripple's prospect now than I have in the last 6 years. Now, again, this is happening within 2 weeks. 2 weeks where we see this promotional streak that Ripple's putting up, where Brad Garlinghouse comes out and says that in 2023, early 2023, we're going to have the answer to this lawsuit. That in the same 2 weeks, we see the William Hinman documents come over. In the same 2 weeks, we see all of a sudden, the closed settlement talk between Ripple and the SEC. Within the same 2 weeks, we see all of a sudden that Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, and even Gary Gensler and the SEC have calmed down on this lawsuit within 2 weeks, guys. Like, it's all back to back to back to back to back. And again, I just want to summarize the video for you guys here. The point that I'm trying to make is do your research now, look into XRP now, because at any point in time, it might be too late. A settlement could take place any day now. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be the day after. And you don't want to be that one guy that after the fact does the research and after the fact sees that this is the cryptocurrency that I should have went in. It's going to be too late. So do your research now, look into it now, make your decision now, because you don't want it to be too late, especially with a coin like XRP where in a single minute, in a single, hour, in a day, in a week, it could substantially change, and you know, $1 could become 100. It's just crazy. But that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys did learn something. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Also guys, make sure you do check out Medal Crypto. The link is below, where you can get your own personal Medal to show off your own Ripple XRP coin, and it actually comes with a case. I personally bought a few of those, and they are made of the best quality metal. They're so nice to look at, and they're just a fantastic thing to remind you of the #1 revolutionary coin, XRP. On top of that, they're actually working on implementing a system where you can pay with your crypto, including XRP, to go ahead and buy yourself a crypto coin. So make sure you guys do check them out. They currently have a ton of coins, including Shiba Inu, Ethereum, SafeMoon, you know, Cardano, all of the main coins that are going to really change the world, including some of your meme coins here as well. But yeah, guys, make sure you do check them out. Link is below. Get yourself a Ripple XRP coin. Comes in 2 different colors, gold and silver. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to end it off here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.